In this video, I am going to show you how I built a bed with storage for less than $40. Okay, so I started by taking my front passenger seat out. That simply consisted of taking 2 bolts off, 2 nuts off, and disconnecting this wire right here. I then went to Home Depot and purchased these 2 sheets of particle board. They were $6 a piece, and they came in sizes 2 foot by 4 foot, but I had them cut down to 20 inches. The top one I need to have cut down to 19 inches, and I'll show you why here shortly. I then went to Walmart and bought these 4 risers for I believe it was $10 or $12, and then my mom had these 2 risers. I put the 2 small risers to make it even with this hump right here. I then put in the first piece of plywood. Next, you place the tall risers on top of the bottom piece of plywood, and then you add the second piece of plywood. That is the base for the bed and also for the storage. Now, the reason I said I was going to have this piece of plywood cut down is because when I shut the door, it rams it into my dash right here. I did the best I could to round it off, but I don't have tools, so I was actually trying to use a kitchen knife. It wasn't the most fun I've ever had, but it worked until I can get it cut down more. For the bottom layer of padding, I have a yoga mat and my winter blanket. Fold any excess blanket that you have and put it in this dip right here, otherwise it is not going to be comfortable. I then took the protective covering off of a weighted blanket, and inside of this covering I put a fall blanket and a camp pad. I tucked it all in here and in the back, and then I let it hang on this side so that my storage isn't as easily noticed. And then I have my pillows, my summer blanket, and my cooling blanket. If it's really hot, this is nice to have. During the day, I fold these blankets up and put the blankets and the pillows down here in the storage. This option is much better than, hey, quit. This option is much better than just laying across the back seat. So if you think about it, the back seat gives you about 4.5 feet. I'm 5'2", therefore I can never stretch out. Whereas taking out my passenger seat and making the bed like I showed you, I now have about 5.5 feet. So I'm able to stretch out. My feet don't even touch the seat back there. Makes for a good night. If you want to see how I put a whole bunch of stuff in this car and make it manageable, be sure to watch my next video. Peace.